Hi everyone, this is Adrian.
And I'm Carrie.
And for this episode of the Scent Library, we are going to talk about Atrium fragrances. Yes.
So, Atrium Fragrances is a new brand that was started up by a YouTube influencer, Omar, on School of Scent. Go check out his channel, School of Scent. He has done a very insightful look at lots of fragrances over the last several years and has brought together his own crowdsourced first fragrance, and then eventually now there have 4 fragrances out with a 5th one coming. The Atrium fragrance brand is supposed to be they create fragrances with the mature man in mind. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean older, but it means more mature, refined taste and stuff. So probably not like the sweet bubblegummy sort of club scents and stuff, and trendy or really heavily niche sorts of areas. Their game plan is to keep about 5 fragrances that fit pretty much any occasion that a person who wants to establish a kind of a fragrance library for themselves, but not spend a fortune going through dozens and dozens of different designer and niche fragrances to try to find something that, might work. To have 5 fragrances that fit some of the main categories that people would want in their life, like a freshy, a date fragrance, something kind of romantic, something office oriented, or, most occasion type fragrances, and then something kind of special that, really shows out, or something for occasions. So we're going to go over the 4 fragrances that they currently have out, talk a little bit about one that they have up and coming that's supposed to release later on this month. But I want to let you know one caveat here. All of these fragrances are billed as limited release. So the ones that we're talking about, some of them may not be available if you go to the website and try to purchase them. It's possible you could maybe find them on eBay. Somebody who bought it and then wasn't that crazy about it is reselling it. But we like these, and I kind of like the idea that Omar is going after with this, and I think he's done a really good job. And so I want to let you know what we think about them. Why don't you start off first with your favorite?
Okay, so my first favorite is Mr. Romantic. It's an eau de parfum fragrance, and it's for both men and women. So it has top notes of chamomile, labdanum, and cardamom, middle notes of lavender, neroli, and amber, and base notes of musk, vanilla, and sandalwood. And what I really like about it is the chamomile, lavender, and vanilla combination.
Chamomile is a really soothing note. Anybody that has ever drank like chamomile tea knows how soothing that can be. Do you find that really comes through
Yes,
with it?
yes. Because the lavender is kind of like fresh scent, and so soothing chamomile really works.
Yeah. And what are some of the other notes that were the top favorites of yours?
There's labdanum and cardamom, neroli and amber, vanilla and sandalwood.
Oh yeah, all of those are ones that are some like favorites and stuff. The thing I like is that they look at things that seem to work for certain lines, and then work at tweaking how the notes come across. All of these fragrances seem to last a pretty long time, like 8 hours plus. And they're high concentration, at least like intense eau de parfum, like 20% or more. And so they really are quality ingredients, nice blending, and I think that they are worth the price. Okay, we'll go with one of mine now. One of my favorites with this line is their newest one that has been just released about a month ago, Mr. Majestic. This one is an extrait de parfum, and it's considered an amber woody fragrance. This is launched in December of 2023 was when it came out. It's a dark, fruity, woody sort of a fragrance with sort of hinging around a note that's not often emphasized, especially in men's perfumery, which is plum.
Mm.
So this one has notes of plum, cardamom, and bergamot, white sandalwood, iris, amber, and base notes of tonka, cedar, and labdanum. And it's just a really rich, luxurious, I would say sort of a formal type of a fragrance. This one really feels like a kind of a dressed up fragrance.
Yes.
Of course, I mean, you can wear it for any occasion, but this would be something that if you were in an occasion that was very formal or very fancy and stuff, this would be right at home there.
Yeah.
What do you like about that one?
Exactly what you said. It sounds like it smells like a dress up fragrance.
Yeah. I really do like the plum note. In women's perfumery, plum comes through often a little bit more fruity and sweet than this does. This one comes off a little bit more kind of a dusty and powdery sort of a thing. So very unique, very intriguing, and this one seems like it lasts forever. When I've worn this, like the next day, I can smell it on the clothes that I wore the day before. I've even sometimes noticed it like on a jacket or a sweater that I've worn days ago, and when I pick it up that I can still smell it on it. Not all the notes and stuff, but some of the core notes. Okay, let's move on to another one.
Okay, this one is Mr. Maritime, and it's also unisex for both men and women. And it's a summer fragrance. It's tropical because of the notes. It has green mango for top notes, marine notes, and bergamot. Middle notes of rhubarb, clary sage, and tonka bean, and base notes of sandalwood, cedarwood, and amber. And I really like it for the green mango.
I know you would.
Green mango, juicy and tart fragrance, and the combination of green mango and marine notes is like gives it a really tropical vibe. Yes.
Yeah. You know what I like about this one? Of course, the green mango. That is a note that I wish more fragrances would use, but I guess maybe because a lot of fragrances haven't really caught on to this, it occurs still as a very unique note. Like pineapple used to be kind of unique until everybody copied Aventus, and then in similars or clones. But the green mango note, it just really kind of takes me away to some tropical space. This one, for a fresh scent, lasts a long time. This is like an 8 or 10 hour freshie, which is pretty amazing. And on some freshies that do last for, longer than 4 to 6 hours, it's only really the base notes that seem to come through. But this one actually seems to hold on with even some of the lighter, more top note and heart notes and stuff that still stick around and stuff. So just really a wonderful, like warmer weather scent and kind of all occasion sort of a scent. Really nice one here. And obviously you can see from the bottle difference that, it's meant to be a lighter fragrance than the others and stuff with the clear bottle. Okay. Now we'll go on to another one this one was actually the first release that they put out. And I would say probably of all the fragrances, this one maybe is the most general purpose that they have out for right now. Mr. Fragrant. And this is an eau de parfum. It is an aromatic fougere. So it has that sort of mature, not older, I guess, mature, maybe more of a classic, sort of a barber shop sort of a smell to it. Definitely has that clean sort of spiciness to it. It has top notes of lavender and orange, middle notes vetiver and galbanum, and then base notes patchouli, ambergris, and musk. The ambergris is a little unusual in this one, I think, and the orange. Those are a little bit different than what you might expect in a typical fougere. Very fragrant, very classy, and this one comes off, they say it's unisex but leans male. I would really say that this one, it's hard to argue it as a unisex fragrance. It really, to me, smells very masculine.
I see.
I mean, anybody
I
can
think
pull
it's
off any
because-
fragrance if they want to, but I would say it's definitely leans heavily masculine.
It's probably because of the galbanum and the ambergris, kind of salty and green.
Yeah, yeah. And then patchouli can go both ways, but patchouli is neither male nor female necessarily. It's become so ubiquitous, but I would say probably the galbanum and the musk maybe make it more male. The vetiver, though, that's a nice touch in this one that actually sort of fills out maybe the fougere sort of a profile on it. But anyway, this one lasts forever. This one feels like it lasts sometimes maybe 10 plus hours, and definitely gets you noticed and gets positive compliments. Not people like, oh, you're choking me out, but this one's like, oh, that's really nice. What are you wearing?
Yeah. All
of these do, really. But, definitely this one was a hit, the first one that they came out with. Now, as I said, they have a goal of having 5 fragrances in their line. And the one that is coming up is probably their attempt at like a really dressed up sort of occasion type of a fragrance. It's called Mr. Elegance. And they're releasing a little bit of information each week or so as they're getting close to the release date of it. It is by pre-order only, so you'd have to go to the website and sign up, and you would get an email saying when it's available. It's only going to be available for about 3 days for sale through the website. And this will be at the end of January. It's called Mr. Elegance, and what we know so far is it's an office or professional sort of a fragrance, and it will be a mature male fragrance. And this is starting off really their new line where they intend to keep 5 different categories of fragrances, and where one kind of goes out, another new one will come in to replace it in that genre. This one is, what we know so far is it'll have top notes of bergamot, eucalyptus, and lime, middle notes of rose and orris, base notes cedar wood, and then 3 more notes to be revealed in the upcoming couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
So, as I said, all of these that we've talked about right now are billed as limited releases. A couple of them are probably not available anymore through the website. If you're really interested in them or get a sample somewhere and want to get it, you might be able to pick it up on eBay, because some people maybe have bought it and then turn around and try to sell it for a profit, or they bought it and then decide that they don't want it that much. I love them all. I think that they're all great fragrances, and you would love them for your library. But even if you don't end up being able to pick them up, I think if you take a look at this line and, kind of follow them and see how they're doing their, 5 fragrances to fill out your wardrobe type of a category, I think it may be something that works for a lot of people. And to have a really high quality, unique types of signature fragrances that you can have different categories of fragrances to wear that are, high quality, reasonable prices, and still you end up feeling very unique and very luxurious.
All right.
So that's all for today. If you have any questions or comments about things that you've seen here, leave it in the comments. And thanks for viewing today. Leave a like and
Subscribe. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.